Okay, Haydn C major, measure 107. We are continuing with the themes that we've been playing before. This one doesn't start so high up. This one starts in fourth position. So G, go ahead and check it. Fourth finger, thumb is behind the neck. Sustain tie, and then 3 up bows in a row, just like Locatelli. So E, and then back to first position on fourth finger. D, C, B, C, D. And try to get your cello to ring as much as it can on these short eighth notes. So that middle measure, B, C, D, and then legato for the fourth beat. First finger in second position, 4, 3, 1, 3. Fourth finger on F natural. And then same idea, but we're going to shift back to first position. 4, 2, 1, 2. Now, quickly jump back to the second position. You're going to put your second finger on D, but play E first. 4, 2, 1, 2, and this is our extension. And then separate bow. 4, 1, 2, 4. Finish the hand, and then shift on F natural. Whole step to G. Whole step to A harmonic, whole step, B, C. Vibrate, up bow for 3, 4, 2. Come back down to the fourth position. Stay right there, 4, 2. And then in the rest, move your second finger to the A harmonic. Now, half step with the B flat. Whole step back, B flat, vibrate. And then you're going to stay right where you are. Play your first finger. Now, move back to third position. 4, 3, 1 on D. Stay right there. You're going to play legato. 4, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1. Now shift to fourth position. 1, 2, 4. Bring your thumb up. Whole step, half step. First hand shape. So you're going to vibrate, tie, up bow for 3, B flat, A harmonic. Now, second finger on G. This is the weird one. It's weird because we're going to shift from our normal thumb harmonic position to about a whole step higher. Why? Because we're coming across a broken chord and we're going to use our thumb, first and third finger. So if you look with me in measure 115, we're playing D. You've played this before, B flat, A, but instead of third finger on G, we're going to put our second finger on G, which makes everybody shift up a whole step. Did you see that? 3, B flat, A, G. So my thumb is now a whole step above the middle harmonic position. And you can tune that G with your second finger with that open G string. So that's your final up bow. And then a whole step back is your F natural. Stay right there because now we're going to put our third finger on that high harmonic position. And we're going to play 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Everybody's a whole step. You see how the thumb and first finger are really, they're like glued together. Because after that huge rest, you're going to move your thumb over to the G string. That's an A, believe it or not. And then you're going to play your second finger where you normally play it on the G. I keep playing that G out of tune. And then third finger, A. So we have thumb on the G. Big whole step, second finger on the D string. Whole step from there, third finger on the A string. So in measure 117, you have this grace note, a pair of grace note, vibrate on the A. There's also an accent. And then for the 3 up bow, stay right where you are. Play your second finger G again. Play your first finger again. And then a half step back, you're going to shift. No. Yeah. A half step back. So it's G, whole step, F, half step E, and then notice our thumb is now in its normal middle harmonic position. So you're going to then put your second finger back down and measure 118. So now it's a half step and a whole step. Whole step the thumb is a whole step back. So you're going to play a series of notes. Thumb, 1, thumb. First finger, whole step in front of the thumb on the G string. That is your A. Now, when I play my A, can you see my A string ringing? Yeah. That's how you're going to get a sympathetic vibration and sound even more beautiful. You're going to sound really loud. So that first finger A on the G string should make both your A and D strings vibrate because of the sympathetic vibrations. Anyways, we'll go on. And then thumb, 1 thumb, 2 thumb, 3 thumb, A thumb, 3 thumb, 2 thumb. We're always going back to the middle harmonic position on the D string with our thumb. So in a way, it's kind of like your piatti. Now scale. Notice second hand shape. Half step, very tight. Now whole step, half step. Come back to D harmonic. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole, half. Now, the second measure is the same thing, almost, but spiccato, and it's a different scale. The half steps change. Whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Because we have C natural. So your half steps change on the D string and on the A string. So let's go back to measure 120. This is where if your half steps are not tight, it sounds the same for two measures, but it really needs to sound different. So if we start at 120, I'm going to use separate bow. This is where you have second hand shape on the D string, first hand shape on the A string. And then the next measure, we flip-flop. So here we go. Here's 120. F natural, half step. Whole step, half step. Do that again. Half step. Half step. Now, short. Whole step, half step. Whole step, half step. So if I played it under tempo, but those two measures in a row, listen to see if you can hear the difference. That's why it's very important to make those half steps uber small and your whole steps extra big so we can really hear the difference. Now, if we go on in measure 122, it's more the same, but now we go from high to low. D, high D to low D. Now we're on the G string. So it's third finger, D harmonic. Second finger is a half step behind your third. Now whole step with your first finger. Thumb, thumb. 3, 2, 1, thumb. Now go up. 1, 2, 1. Come back down. Scale. Half step, whole step, half step. Shift a half step back. Second finger, usually where your first finger is, and your thumb is now on C. A whole step behind the middle harmonic position. Okay, so we'll just stop there, but we'll go back to the beginning and we're going to play that slowly, so maybe you can play that with me. So we'll go from measure 107 to measure 123. So here again, we started in the fourth position. Beautiful big sound with nice sprightly triple up bows after the tie. 1, 2, 3, up, up, vibrate, shift, legato, vibrate, let go, shift up, stay, shift, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, whole steps with the second finger, stay, legato, pump up, B flat, stay for one note, and then shift back down, stay, shift up, thumb, 1, 2, 3, up, up, come to the D string, everybody moved up, now your thumb is always right behind your first finger, and then second finger, bow by the bridge, 2, 1, 1, I just did a bowing mistake. So if this is measure 18 has slurs, measure 119 doesn't. So here's 118. Up, down, up for 3, separate. Now all separate. Make sure you do that. All separate, going up the scale. Now spiccato, change your half steps. High to low, G string. All separate. Slur for 2, separate. Shift back. Okay, and that's where we'll stop. Okay, let's try it one more time. I'll go a little bit slower. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, up. Watch my bow. We use a lot of bow in the air. Shift up. Vibrate, up, up. Pop up. Make sure your elbows up. Come back down. Second position. Shift up, thumb. Bow to the bridge. D string. Shift up. Vibrate if you like, and then this chord. Vibrate at the top. Come back to the D string. Half step back. Now keep your bow in the string as you do separate. Low 2s. Scale. Half steps. Half step. At the top. Change the half steps. High to low. G string. Try to bring out the moving notes. Slur for 2, separate. And then half step back with the thumb, 2 whole steps behind that second finger. Okay, I don't know why my video color is a little yellow. Sorry about that. I'll try to fix it. Okay, so I'll see you Monday.